Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. This is my 2016-2017 NBA regular season, playoffs, finals, whatever, prediction. So, first things first, I want to talk about the first game of the season, 8 p.m. on TNT, the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the NBA is a bunch of assholes. They know exactly what they're doing. You know, they're just telling New York, look what LeBron has and look what Cleveland has, something that you don't have. That kind of hurts. I'm just kidding. But, you know, they're just hyping up the LeBron versus Melo matchup, and pretty much we're going to see that in the NBA playoffs. Trust me for that. I trust you guys on that. But this is my prediction. My prediction. Keep that in mind. My prediction. So, anyway, let's go. So, let's start off in the Western Conference. I have the San Antonio Spurs finishing with 65. San Antonio Spurs finishing with 65 plus wins. Anywhere from 65 to 70. I have the Golden State Warriors finishing anywhere from 57 to 65. I don't think they're going to win a lot of games their first season. I do think they're going to play well, but I don't think they're going to win a lot of games their first season. Just because, you know, there's more to it than just the team, you know, just having superstars on your team like KD and Curry. Because let's be real, those are the only two superstars on that team. The other two are just all-stars, and one is barely an all-star in Draymond Green, even though he's really valuable to that team, and I think he's a really good player. So anyway, and Klay Thompson's really valuable as well. But, so, crazy thing about Golden State is Draymond, Klay, and Curry, they were all drafted to that team, which is ridiculous. So Jerry West and his recruiting staff, I mean, goddamn, man, like, come work for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got Kristaps Porzingis, but damn, man, get us like a freaking Stephen Curry, get us a Klay Thompson to help out Porzingis and Melo, get us a Draymond Green to help out Porzingis and Melo. You know what I mean? But anyway, so those are the top two teams in the Western Conference. You know, I had the Clippers at the 3rd seed, Portland at the 4th seed. Actually, hold up a minute. Wait a minute. Marc Gasol is healthy, and so is Mike Conley. Memphis, when they were healthy, were one of the best teams in the NBA during the regular season. So I have San Antonio at 1, Golden State at 2, Memphis at 3, Los Angeles Clippers at 4, Portland Trail Blazers at 5. I really want to see the Utah Jazz make the playoffs because I really like Gordon Hayward. He's so freaking underrated, man. Gordon Hayward, when your contract goes up, come to the Knicks, baby. We'll take you in. But, you know, he's just such a great underrated player. And, you know, the last 3 seeds, you know, I don't really care about. So let's go on to the Eastern Conference. Number 1, the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's clearly obvious. Number 2, the New York Knicks. Number 3. Damn, this is tough. Number 3, I would have to go with either Toronto Raptors. I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors. So, number 1, Cleveland. Number 2, New York. Number 3, Toronto. I think DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, yeah, I know they lost Biyombo, but with Valanciunas healthy and also developing, he's really good, by the way. Valanciunas is so underrated. But yeah, so Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, and Valanciunas, nothing but a bright future. I don't see any championships with them, but just nothing but a bright future. I see 4 or 5 years left of them just, you know, making the playoffs and just giving some scare to like the dominant teams in the East, you know. So that's pretty cool, to be honest. I really like the Toronto Raptors. You know, I just don't like their fans that much because, you know, they're a little delusional, just like I am with my New York Knicks. But hey, that's what basketball fans do. Anyway, so Cleveland 1, Knicks 2, Brooklyn Nets 4. Let me stop. Number 3, Toronto. Number 4, Boston. Number 5, Indiana. People saying Indiana's going to dominate. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Who was it? They either got Al Jefferson or Al Horford. I can't remember which one. But either way, they're both overrated. They were always overrated, by the way. Yeah, Big Al was a 20-10 guy for 1-2 years. And yeah, Al Horford was an all-star for 2 seasons. But goddamn, man, they're overrated. They're injury prone, and they're old and out of their prime. So anyway, Cleveland 1, New York 2, Toronto 3, Boston 4. This is tough. Boston 4. Man, this is actually really hard, man. This is like, I guess Boston 4, Indiana 5, Chicago 6, Miami 7, and 8. I know I'm forgetting a team, man. That's the hardest thing about doing this all off the top of my head. Like, I should write things down, but I like to do it off the top of my head because it makes things less interesting when I'm just reading a script like, okay, guys, what's going on today? This is this. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I'm probably forgetting a team right now, but at the end of the day, it's whatevs, man. You know, it happens. But, so, you know, that's pretty much what you see in the Eastern Conference. Again, Cleveland's going to be number one, but let's go on to. All right, actually, let me predict how many games I think each team is going to win. I know this commentary is all over the place, but y'all going to have to deal with that. I apologize. I really do. But anyway, so the Western Conference. I have the San Antonio Spurs winning anywhere from 65 to 70 games. I have the Golden State Warriors winning anywhere from 57 to 65 games. I have the Memphis Grizzlies winning anywhere from, I would say, 55 to 60 games. I have Clippers 52 to 60, and Portland, I don't know, 45 to 55, around there. Let's go on to the Eastern Conference. This is actually the most competitive conference now. It's crazy how things switch. Growing up, it was the West. I mean, there was a time where Phoenix had like 56 wins, and then there's 6th seed in the East West. It was crazy. But Cleveland, I would say 55 to 65 wins, around there. New York, 55 to 60 wins. Toronto, around the same. I think just like last season, it's going to be really close between the top 3 seed. Oh, well, it was the top 2 last season, but this year it's going to be real close between the top 3, between New York, Cleveland, and Toronto. Those are really the only teams really competing in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, we have Boston and Indiana and Miami, but I mean, let's be real for a second. None of those teams can compete with the Toronto Raptors. None of those teams can compete with the New York Knicks, and none of those teams compete with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So let's talk about the playoffs. Let's say Toronto and New York meet up in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. I think New York will win in 7 games. Toronto is not going to go down without a fight, because I know damn well Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan are not going to struggle like they did the last 2 years in the playoffs. I really hope last year really opened their eyes, especially Kyle Lowry. He's supposed to be the leader of that team, and he chokes in the playoffs, man. So does DeRozan, but still. And Valanciunas was injured as well, which is kind of unfair. But hopefully, they play really well, and we have a really epic semifinals between New York and Toronto. But I see New York coming out on top in 7 games, barely. And let's go on to New York versus Cleveland. Now, Carmelo's not going to beat LeBron. It's possible. It is possible. If anyone in the NBA is going to do it, it's either going to be Kevin Durant or LeBron James. Or Carmelo Anthony. Because statistically, I've shown you guys proof of this already, but statistically, those are the only 2 players that can really compete with LeBron. And obviously, D-Wade and Kobe could, but, D-Wade's out of his prime and Kobe's retired. So, yeah, so if anyone's going to do it in the East, it's going to be Melo, but I don't see it happening. I see the Knicks forcing either 6 or 7 games. Just because, if Kristaps Porzingis developing into a 20-10 guy, hopefully, Carmelo Anthony just doing what Melo does. I actually think he's going to go up a little in points per game, because now he has more offensive threats around him. So I'd say 28 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. It's probably going to lead his team in scoring and assists again. Probably not rebound, because Kristaps Porzingis probably will, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to be like the Western Conference Finals in 2009. Melo's gonna scare the Lakers a little bit, the Cavaliers a little bit, but they're not gonna beat them, And then in the Western Conference, I say it's gonna be San Antonio versus the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. Maybe we'll see Memphis again in the Western Conference Finals. Who knows? But I just see Golden State and San Antonio. That's going to be a 7-game series as well. I'm not sure just yet on who I think is going to win that, but I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs, just because I don't think Golden State's going to win it in their first season. So why even put them in the conversation in the NBA Finals? It's possible I could be wrong, but again, this is my prediction. I know a lot of you are going to be like, "What are you talking about, man?" But it's all good. So I see. It's going to be San Antonio versus Cleveland. This is going to be LeBron's 4th time playing the San Antonio Spurs in the finals. Damn, man, 4 times. That's crazy. So yeah, and I see Cleveland coming out on top in 6-7 games, around there. So my prediction is the Cleveland Cavaliers will win the 2017 NBA Finals, and LeBron will win his 4th NBA ring and his 4th Finals MVP. And I'm not sure if he's going to win ever again after that. We'll have to stay tuned for that. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know this commentary was all over the place, but bear with me. I'm really tired. I'm hungry. And I just felt like doing a commentary, which is kind of weird. But anyway, thank you guys so much for all you guys' support. It means the world to me. You guys are amazing. I'm out of here. Peace.